so we're going to start with our hello song. So we're going to clap our hands, stomp our feet, jump, and stretch. So we have to clap our hands first. So we clap and sing hello, we clap and sing hello, with all our friends at story time, we clap and sing hello. Good. Alright, and we're going to stomp our feet, so we're going to want to stand up to do that probably. So we stomp and sing hello, we stomp and sing hello, with all our friends at story time, we stomp and sing hello. Awesome. Alright, and we're going to jump. So we jump and sing hello, we jump and sing hello, with all our friends at story time, we jump and sing hello. Good, alright, and we are going to stretch. So you can stretch your arms, or your legs, or your whatever else you want to stretch. So we stretch and sing hello, we stretch and sing hello, with all our friends at story time, we stretch and sing hello. Good. Alright. So I don't have a particular theme this time. I just picked a bunch of books that I like a lot. So our first book is called This Is Not a Good Idea. It's by Mo Willems. You guys have probably read the Elephant and Piggy books. Those were also written by Mo Willems. So as we can see here, we have a fox and we have a duck. And the fox says, "What luck? Dinner." "Excuse me," says the fox, "would you care to go for a stroll?" Do you think that she should go for a stroll with the fox? Says the duck, "Sure." And then the baby chick says, "This is not a good idea." "Would you care to continue our walk into the deep, dark woods?" asked the fox. Do you think that's a good idea? "Sounds fun," says the duck. And the baby chick says, "That is really not a good idea." "Would you care to visit my nearby kitchen?" asked the fox. Is that a good idea? "I would love to," says the duck. And what do you think the baby chick is going to say? That is really, really not a good idea. "Would you care to boil some water for soup?" "Certainly," says the duck. "I do love soup." Is that a good idea? That is really, really, really not a good idea. "Would you care to look at my soup?" asked the fox. "A key ingredient is missing." And then, what does the baby chick say? It says, "That is really, 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 really not a good idea." "Oh," says the duck, "a key ingredient is missing." And she says, "You." And then all the baby chicks say, "Well, we did try to warn him." The end. So, the duck didn't get eaten in the end. So this is about, this is by Mo Willems. Okay, we're gonna do a song. We're gonna do a song about goldfish that I like to do a lot. So we're gonna be goldfish, so we're gonna be swimming, but we're also gonna be doing things like taking showers and brushing our teeth and riding bicycles, you know, like fish do. So we're gonna pretend to start with like we're really tiny little sleepy fish on the ground or on the couch or wherever you are. So lots of little fish were sleeping on a rock at the bottom of the ocean. Then they lifted up their heads and they put down their tails and they said, let's go swimming. So however you want to pretend to swim. So let's go swimming, let's go swimming. Hey, let's go swimming, let's go swimming, let's go swimming at the bottom of the ocean. Good. All right, so we gotta get really sleepy, really tired. Then the little fish got so very, very tired and they came back to the rock. They put down their heads and they put down their tails and they took a little nap. And when they woke up, they decided to take a shower. So we're gonna pretend like we're taking a shower. Can you wash your hair? Good. And can you wash your ears? Can you wash your tummy? Can you wash your very long fishy beards? And they wash their noses and they wash their toes. But then they said, wait a minute, we're fish. Do fish take showers? No. So what do fish do? They swim. So let's go swimming, let's go swimming. Hey, let's go swimming, let's go swimming, let's go swimming at the bottom of the ocean. Good. Okay, so we're gonna get really sleepy and quiet and tired again. So then the little fish got so very, very tired and they came back to the rock. They put down their heads and they put down their tails and they took a little nap. And when they woke up, they decided to ride their bicycles. So however you want to pretend to ride a bicycle, you can use your arms, you can pedal with your legs. So they rode to the left, and they rode to the right, and they rode all day, and they rode all night, night, night. And they rode down the hill and then faster still, and then they said, wait a minute, we're fish. Do we ride bicycles? No. So what do fish do? They swim. So we're gonna swim again. So let's go swimming, let's go swimming. Hey, let's go swimming, let's go swimming, let's go swimming at the bottom of the ocean. Okay, so one more time. You gotta get very, very quiet, very sleepy, very still. So then the little fish got so very, very tired and they came back to the rock. They put down their heads and they put down their tails and they took a little nap. And when they woke up, they decided to brush their teeth. So we're going to take out your toothbrushes and we're going to do some like good toothbrushing noise. So we're going to go. And then they said, wait a minute, we're fish. Do we brush our teeth? No. So we're going to do what fish do one more time. So let's go swimming, let's go swimming. Hey, let's go swimming, let's go swimming, let's go swimming at the bottom of the ocean. Good. Good job. Okay. There we go. So we're going to do another book. This one is called Oh No, George. It's by Chris Haughton. So it is about a dog, and you might guess that his name is George. Harry is going out. Will you be good, George? Asks Harry. Yes, says George. I'll be very good. I hope I'll be good, George thinks. George sees something in the kitchen. It's cake. I said I'd be good, George thinks, but I love cake. What do you think George is going to do with the cake? What would you do if there was cake? Oh no, George. What did he do? He ate it. I might eat the cake too. I understand. What has George seen now? It's Cat. I said I'd be good, George thinks, but I love to play with cats. What will George do? So what do you think George is going to do with the cat? Oh no, George! So he's chasing after the cat. What has George seen now? Some lovely dirt. I said I'd be good, George thinks, but I love to dig in dirt. So what do you think George is going to do? Oh no, George! He's digging up all the flowers. Harry is back. Hello, Harry. Great to see you. George, what have you done? You've ruined the place. And how on earth did you eat a whole cake? I said I'd be good, George thinks. I hoped I'd be good, but I wasn't. So what do you think George is gonna do? George says, I'm sorry. I want to give you my favorite toy. Thank you, says Harry. Why don't we go out for a nice walk? Great. George loves to go out. There are so many things to see and do. Uh-oh, though, George has seen another cake. Will he eat it? Do you think he's going to eat the cake this time? No, George goes straight past. Well done, George. And George sees some lovely dirt. Do you think he'll have a little dig? No. Well done, George. George doesn't even try to chase Cat. Even Cat is a little bit surprised. Something smells very interesting. What can it be? It's a trash can. There's nothing George likes more than digging in trash. What will George do? So what do you think he'll do with the trash can? George. So we don't get to see whether or not George digs in the trash can or not. And I really like books that do that because you get to imagine what the ending is. So if you think he did dig in the trash, you get to imagine that. Or if you thought he was a good boy, maybe he didn't. But that is the fun thing about stories. I almost broke my ukulele. Alright, so we're going to do another song. I think we're going to do a silly dance contest. So I like this one a lot because it's like kind of the same as that book. You get to imagine, you get to do whatever you want to do. So the way that a silly dance contest works is you dance any way you want to, you dance any way you please, you dance any way you want to, but you stop when I say freeze and you get really still. And I can't see you, so I'm just going to assume that you're freezing. We'll use the honor system. Alright, so dance any way you want to. So, dance the way you want to, dance the way you please, dance the way you want to, but stop when I say freeze. Did you freeze? Good. Alright, now we're going to dance as slow as you want to. So, dance as slow as you want to, dance as slow as you please, dance as slow as you want to, but stop when I say freeze, freeze. Good. Okay, since we dance slow, how do you think we're going to dance next? Maybe fast. So, dance as fast as you want to, dance as fast as you please, dance as fast as you want to, but stop when I say freeze, freeze. Good. Alright, we're going to do two more. So we're going to jump as high as we want to. So you can just jump a little bit high, you can jump very high, anywhere you want to. So, dance anyway. Oh no. Jump as high as you want to, jump as high as you please, jump as high as you want to, but stop when I say freeze. Good. Alright, so we're going to do one more, just any way you want to dance. So, dance the way you want to, dance the way you please, dance the way you want to, but stop when I say freeze. Good job. Don't fall. Okay. We're going to do one more book. This one's called Ghost in the House. It's kind of a Halloween book, but Halloween is my favorite holiday, so sometimes I like to sneak some Halloween books in like April. And this one's also very good because it has a cool rhythm, and it also rhymes. So we have our ghost. So there's a ghost in the house, in the creepy haunted house, on this dark spooky night, all alone. And he goes slip slide with a swoop and a glide until suddenly he hears a groan. And a mummy makes two in the house, in the creepy haunted house, on this dark spooky night, on the prowl. And they shuffle around without even a sound until suddenly they hear a growl. Can you do a growl? Like grrr. And a monster makes three in the house, in the creepy haunted house, on the dark spooky night, midnight black. And they creep and they crawl down the echoing hall until suddenly they hear click clack. So hopefully you can see that. So what do you think is going to come next? It goes click clack. And a skeleton makes four in the house, in the creepy haunted house, on this dark spooky night, cold and bleak. And they stagger and stomp in a spine-chilling romp until suddenly they hear a shriek. So you've got green smoke and a shriek. Can you guess what kind of spooky thing is going to come next? And a witch makes five in the house, in the creepy haunted house, on this dark spooky night, best beware. Then a sudden flash makes them topple and crash, and suddenly they hear, who's there? There is a boy in the house, in the creepy haunted house, on this dark spooky night. What a fright! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the creatures run, leaving him alone to say, what do you think he's going to say? Good night. So, I love that book a lot. And I like it because it has an ending that you don't expect, because the monsters are afraid of the boy. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of If You're Happy and You Know It to say goodbye for today. So let's start with clapping our hands. So if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. And we're going to stomp our feet. So if you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. Good. Alright, so we're going to do something, we're going to be ghost. So we're going to say boo. So if you're a ghost and you know it, say boo. If you're a ghost and you know it, say boo. If you're a ghost and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're a ghost and you know it, say boo. Okay, and we'll do one more spooky thing. We're going to be werewolves, so we're going to howl. So if you're a werewolf and you know it, howl. If you're a werewolf and you know it, howl. If you're a werewolf and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're a werewolf and you know it, howl. Awesome. Alright, and we also had a book about George. And do you remember what George was? He was a dog. So we are going to bark like dogs. So if you're a dog and you know it, bark. If you're a dog and you know it, bark. If you're a dog and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're a dog and you know it, bark. Good. Let's see. Do you remember what animals were in the first book that we did? We had a fox. I don't know what noise a fox makes, so instead we're going to be the other animal, which was a chicken. So if you want to cluck like a chicken. So if you're a chicken and you know it, cluck. If you're a chicken and you know it, cluck. If you're a chicken and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're a chicken and you know it, cluck. Awesome. Alright. We'll do one more. We're going to do a high five, but we're going to do an air high five. So we're going to pretend like you see a hand there, and you're going to go like that. Which is another way to pretend. So, if you're a friend and you know it, give a high five. Yeah, if you're a friend and you know it, give a high five. If you're a friend and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're a friend and you know it, give a high five. Good. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you're listening live or if you're listening to it later, that's all that we have for today. So stay safe, stay home, stay cool. You guys are amazing. We love you. See you next time.